Hi everybody, this is Frank Augustine from Chasing Legends. Welcome back. Now, if you hit like and subscribe, you can catch all of our adventures, and we're going to have some great ones coming up because the weather's cooling off out here and we're ready to go. Now, on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of this month, at this location, we're going to have the Dutch Hunter Rendezvous. Now, if you want, you can get some shirts ahead of time that has the rendezvous symbol on the front. Today, I'm going to talk about a story, the little adventure I had with Tom Kollenborn. If you don't know Tom, Tom was the historian of the mountain. He had seen everything in the whole mountain. He used to ride his horse up on top of that mountain, and he covered every square inch. However, the story I'm going to tell is a little surprise. It's a Tom Kollenborn surprise. This is a true treasure that Tom and I found back in the mountains. And what happened was, every once in a while, Tom and I would go on a little adventure in his Jeep, and he liked taking rides at various locations. But I was home one day, and he called me up, and he's like, I have to write a story for the newspaper, which he did on a weekly basis. And I want to go to the Marble Mine, which is it's near Hewitt Canyon, and get some pictures for my story. So I arrive over at Tom's, we jump in a Jeep, and we head up Hewitt Canyon Road, and we get to the Marble Mine area, and Tom's like, you know, there used to be a road a little bit north of here that went around the mine to the right. He said, why don't we take a ride back there first? So I get over to Tom's house, we jump in the Jeep, and off to Hewitt Canyon Road we went, and we get to the Marble Mine area, and we're driving up a wash, and you can see this little track going off to the right, north of the mine, and Tom had his Jeep. Now Tom had a souped up Jeep, and we're weaving in and out of these big boulders, but we managed to get back here, and we come to a turnaround. And we stopped the Jeep, and right in front of us was this large tree covered with bras and panties. And I looked at that, and this has been going on for years because they were from various time periods. Tom got out of the Jeep and he just froze. Now Tom was the type of guy, he was like a shy cowboy type, and he saw all these bras and panties hanging on this tree, and I looked at Tom, I said, you've been everywhere in these mountains. Have you ever seen anything like this before? He was speechless. He was standing there, he's froze, he's speechless. And then I looked at him, I said, Tom, instead of doing a story about the Marble Mine, why don't you do a story about the underwear tree? And he's like, no. Now, we haven't been back here in a couple years, and I'm sure the collection has grown. Now, who was going back there, and what were they doing, and what is it with all these bras and panties hanging on a tree? So then we drove around the other side to a little bit to the south. Tom got his pictures of the Marble Mine. He did mention that in that spot, he saw the biggest rattlesnake he's ever seen in his life. Now, Tom was into rattlesnakes. He had one as a pet, and he said this thing was gigantic. But that day, there was no sign of it. Otherwise, I may have been tempted. Now, speaking of rattlesnakes, Tom didn't want me to kill any of them. So we're driving up, we were taking like a little Jeep treat. I had my Jeep, and then Tom, and then Keith was following Tom. So there was three of us. We're driving up Hewitt Canyon Road, And right in front of me on the road was a big rattlesnake laying in the middle of the road. So I stopped. Tom pulled up to the left of me. He wound his window down. He said, "You didn't kill that snake, did you?" I went, "No, Tom, you just ran it over."
Thanks for watching this week's Chasing Legends with my good friend and compadre, Saint Francisco Augustine, the saint. And you know what? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notifications, like, comment if you want to, like always, and go to represent.com, follow the link, and get the Legend, the Superstition Mountain Dutcher Hunter Rendezvous shirts and the Legend shirts. So thanks for joining us this week, and we will catch you.
Make sure. Come to the rendezvous. It'll be a great adventure.
And we will see you next week. Take care.
Now, as a reminder also, Woody will be here at the rendezvous. Now, Woody is a widower, and he's
Woody's
looking...
a what?
He's a widower.
Okay.
And he's looking for a young girl with money. So if you really like Woody, you want to marry up with a mountain man, come out here and I'll introduce you.
Frank, say Woody Wampler's a widower 3 times really fast.
Woody Wampler is a widower. Woody Wampler is a widower. Woody Wampler is a widower.